My name is Angelina, and today is October 3rd, 2025. Let's start the show today with a look at the current and upcoming weather with our student meteorologist, Sophia.
Hello, Yorktown. I'm your student meteorologist, Sophia, and this is your midday weather report for October 6th. It is right around 1 o'clock, and as you can see by the parking lot behind me, we are currently experiencing a nice, warm, sunny day today, folks. The current temperature is 78 degrees, which seems to be the perfect day to hang out with friends and get a nice little cold treat. Tonight and leading into early morning, you are expected to see a nice, warm, sunny day today. It will be a bit warm, though, so get a nice little cold treat while you can. And as always, have yourself a wonderful day. And now, let's take it back to the studio.
Thanks for that update. Now let's try to put a smile on your face with the joke of the day.
Hi, my name is Manuela, and here are some jokes to remember the next time you're in a situation to tell some jokes. Who's the king of all school supplies? The ruler. Why was the broom late to work? It overswept. Join us again for some more jokes tomorrow, and until then, let's take you back to the studio.
Thanks, Manuela. Now for all the word lovers out there, we present to you the word of the day.
Hi, my name is Juliet, and welcome to the segment dedicated to improving your vocabulary, the word of the day. Today's word is expressly. Expressly is an adverb. Expressly can be defined as plainly in so many words for a particular purpose. Pointedly and explicitly are synonyms for expressly. In a sentence, expressly can be used like this. I expressly stated that I didn't want homework. Expressly, can you use it today?
Thanks, kids. Now let's go to Jacob with today's true or false.
Hello, my name's Jacob, and today's true or false topic is monkey. Let's see if you can figure out which statements are true or false. Do chimpanzees eat monkeys? This statement is true. The favorite food of primates is bananas. False. This is actually not true because primates have no settled favorite food. Once an orangutan got loose in a zoo and was walking around with that. False. This is actually not true because while orangutans have escaped numerous times, they have not worn hats. Thanks for watching today's video. Now let's take it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, kids. Now from the creative team of Izzy and Dylan, it's today's stop-motion short titled Black Panther versus the Evil Pug. Thanks, kids. Now let's get to know one of the students at MESMS.
Thanks, kids. Now let's go to Juliana and Wyatt with the lesson of the day. We want to thank everyone who contributed to today's show. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next episode. Until then, stay safe, responsible, and respectful. Have a great day.
Hello, my name is Vinny, and I'm on Team E. I like being a student at Mildred E Strang because they give you a lot of freedom here. My favorite subject is tech. One of my favorite hobbies that are outside of school is basketball because it is engaging. 3 words that describe me are funny, kind, and smart. That's all about me. Now let's take it back to the studio.
While at Strang Middle School and out in the community, we strive to be safe, responsible, and respectful. In the spirit of this, we wanted to explore the following. How can we be safe at MESMS? Let's see what some students at MESMS had to say.
I can stay safe at MESMS by locking the lock on my locker.
I can keep myself safe at MESMS by not talking during a lockdown drill.
I can keep myself safe in middle school by staying quiet in lockdown drills and staying out of trouble.
Something that I can do to keep myself safe at the middle school is to not talk to strangers.
Something I can do to be safe at the middle school is not start fights.
I can keep myself safe at the middle school by just walking in the hallways and not running.
Something I can do to be safe at MESMS is not shove people in lockers.
Something I can do to be safe at the middle school is to not run in the hallway.
Something I can do to keep myself safe at MESMS is to not stand on the seats on the bus.
Great job, kids. Now let's go to Patrick and Luca with Today in History.
Hello, my name is Patrick, and I'm going to share some facts and events that took place throughout recorded history on the date September 26th. Based on this event, we're going to base today's facts on the U.S. Secretary of State. Marco Rubio was confirmed as the 72nd Secretary of State by an anonymous vote of 99-0. The U.S. Secretary of State is responsible for negotiating U.S. treaties. That's a look back in history for the date September 26th. Now let's take it back to you in the studio.
Now let's go to the kids with today's Core Extra. Thanks, kids. A lot of people like to talk over lunch. We were wondering if you could have lunch with anybody, who would it be and why? Let's see what the kids in the hall have to say.
It would be Olivia Rodrigo because she's my favorite singer.
If I can have lunch with anybody in the world, it would be Jordan Childs because she can give me better tips on how to do my skills.
If I could have lunch with anybody in the world, it would be Drew Starkley because he's my favorite actress and he's my celebrity crush. If I could have lunch with anybody in the world, it would be Malachi Barton because he's my celebrity crush.
I would have lunch with Taylor Swift because she's my favorite singer.
It would be Adam Sandler because he's my favorite movie star.
Someone that I would have lunch with would be Bruno Mars because he's a good singer.
I would go to lunch with J.K. Rowling because she wrote the book Harry Potter, and that's one of my favorite series.
If I could have lunch with anybody in the world, I would have lunch with Kaylee Kirsting's dog because he's the best dog ever.
I would sit with Jake from Hyphen because I like his music.
If I were to go to lunch with anyone in the world, I were to go to lunch with J-Man Curly.
Why?
Because he's basically the best VR YouTuber out there, and I want to meet him.
Good afternoon, my name is Wyatt, and today's lesson is from Mrs. Cook's class. Today in social studies class, we learned about cave art. People in prehistory and history made drawings of large animals and human figures and handprints. People use cave art to tell stories, share knowledge, and record important events like hunting. That's all from today's lesson. Now let's take it back to the studio.
Hi, and welcome back to the Core Gamer. These are the points of the game. 2 points is when you make it in the bucket. 1 point is when it hits the outside. And 0 points is when you miss.
We're playing a game called the beanbag toss. Whoever makes the most beanbags in the bucket out of 5 will win.
All beanbags in is an automatic win. Here's a quick demonstration. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. That's all for the Core Gamer.